like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Teen Mom OG Season 7, Episode 8. I took my hair out of a bun because it is 2 o'clock in the morning and it is officially my 36th birthday. So I just didn't feel like having my hair up. It's late. I'm tired. I'm about to go to bed. I'm 36. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, another year. And I was like, my hair, it is what it is. I say how much my hair gets on my nerve. I don't like having my hair down often. Y'all like seeing it a little bit different. So I said, I literally took the ponytail holder out and just did this. So my hair gonna look crazy for this video, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Anywho, I'm excited it's my birthday. I don't have any plans. I'm going to work in the morning. So, yeah, but yes, I'm 36. People say they're surprised I'm 36 because I don't look 36. Yep, born January 16, 1982. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36 years old. So, yeah. Hope everyone had a great MLK Day. Hope everyone's going to have a great Tuesday and a great rest of the week. And let's get into this particular review. This review, Farrah started off not getting on my nerve. Farrah started off, you know what I'm saying? It was easy breezy, beautiful cover girl and everything, wasn't no issues. But Farrah can only go so long without pissing somebody off, and that's just what happens. The beginning of the episode does start off with Farrah, her dad, Sophia, and the girlfriend of her dad get into Italy. And we see that she brought her dad there a day early because she's trying to keep her parents separate. And I'm like, okay. So, she was like saying, hopefully mom will come here and she'll meet some fantastic person, she'll fall in love with someone else here, and then she'll realize that she shouldn't marry David. Why? I mean, that's the equivalent of Deborah saying, I hope Michael and Amy break the fuck up. I hope they don't be together. Why are you so destined to want to kill her destiny, Farrah? Get your own man. Get your lips taken in a little bit because they too goddamn plump. Get your daughter some goddamn therapy and move out your damn daddy's house. Okay? Do that and we'll be cool. But other than that, leave your mama alone. Stop hating on that woman you hate on your mama to the point to where it's clear that you hate your mother, and that the only reason you communicate with her and have her on the show with you is, 1, because no one else wants to do scenes with you, and 2, to torture your mother. It's some fake fugazi bullshit and it gets on my nerve. But, it is what it is. At this point, she hadn't even pissed me off on the episode. That's the funny part. We see Deborah talking to her mom, saying, well, yeah, Farrah invited me to go to Italy. It's going to be me, her, and Sophia. It's like a little, a thing for us to get back connected. Hopefully this will help convince her to come to my wedding, because I really do want them to be there, And she was crying a little bit, saying how, it just feel, it wouldn't feel right getting married without her daughter, her granddaughter there. Deborah, let me be honest with you. I need you to grow some fucking balls and tell Fred to go sit down in the corner and never come out. Because my thing is, your relationship will never be okay. Simply because Farrah hates you. And Farrah wants to do everything she can to make you unhappy. So my thing is, the only way that you and Farrah will have a great relationship is if you never date anyone. If you would have to let Farrah pick your husband, pick someone who she wants you to be with. That's the only thing that will make Farrah happy. And other than that, live your life, okay? Because at the end of the day, everyone has their own life to live. So please stop trying to force this stupid relationship with your daughter, because it's tiring. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to say that, because you don't want a mother and daughter to not have a relationship. But they've been on this show for 7 seasons. They've had tons and tons of counseling, and nothing has changed. Nothing has been fixed, and it never will, because Farrah is fucking crazy. So, she brings up how she brought a dress for Sophia, how she wants Sophia to be her dress, her dress carrier, her dress attendant. So she, helps carry the train of the dress. Deborah, you just is, delusional as Farrah, because I keep burping, damn it. Yeah, you just her delusional as Farrah, because I don't see how you don't see the dysfunction with you and that girl. It's horrible. And not only that, y'all dysfunction is rubbing off on Sophia's scary ass. Sophia scares me. She's a little girl from the ring. And as I said before, I would never, if I was on the elevator and Sophia walked in and let's say the lights went out, I would have to choke that little girl, because I would just assume she's evil and demonic and she's trying to kill me. That little girl is scary. And I think it's because she is acting out because of her mother and her grandmother's disdain for each other. And that's her way for getting attention. She's going to make weird ass faces like she's demonic because it gets attention. And I don't like it. So, yeah, we see Farrah, her dad, basically hanging out in Italy, and the producer at that time is talking to Deborah, because Deborah is also in Italy now, and she's asking her. Oh, she asking her this about her and Farrah finally getting along enough if she thinks they'll be able to have a good trip. And when Deborah's saying, yeah, hopefully we do, she kind of look out, and then she sees Michael, Amy, Farrah, and Sophia. So she realizes, oh, Farrah brought him here too. And she's okay with it though. She doesn't freak out or act crazy or whatever. She goes up to them, she speaks, she hugs Sophia. Sophia says, oh, so do you like Amy now? To me, her saying that means at some point someone has let Sophia know that Deborah had an issue with Michael's new girlfriend. And sometimes that happens when your ex-husband gets a new girlfriend. The thing is, the granddaughter should never know. I mean, the girl ain't 7. But that show how much they openly talk in front of that girl. Because I can assume Michael and Ann or Amy and Deborah haven't been around each other too much in a group session. So it has to be conversation that they're talking about in front of Sophia. Deborah's like, no, I love Amy. He's like, Amy? Yeah, Amy. She gives Amy a hug, and Sophia's like, no, I don't want you. Oh, I thought I was going to kiss her. She gives her a little fake kiss. She hugs Michael, gives Michael a fake kiss, and they all can all love each other. They're acting the way adults act when you're around each other, around children. You act like you have common sense. You just act civilized. You know what I'm saying? You act civilized when it's oh my God, they get on my damn nerve. So from there, we then see Deborah and Farrah hanging out. Deborah, Farrah, and Sophia. And they went a little cooking class to cook. I don't remember what they were cooking. But it was a cute little scene. They weren't arguing. They were all getting along. At one point, Farrah said it reminded her of, her grandmother's cooking, and the kitchen and things back in the day. It was a beautiful moment. And everything was great. From there, they're at a dinner later. They're talking. Everything is cool and cool. It's cool and nothing is going wrong. Then Vera says, so how's your wedding planning going? And when she asked that, I rolled both my eyes and I just said, why would you do that, Farrah, you dumb little cunt? That's not nice. That was horrible. That is so horrible. I cannot believe it said that. That is so, I'm so sorry. I don't, y'all know I don't like Farrah, but that was not nice thing to say to somebody. But I didn't say that when she, oh, I feel so bad. My apologies. Anyway, fuck it. But I did say to myself, she just made me mad because I'm like, you were trying to start some shit. And why would you ask that question? And you don't want to go to your mother's wedding. You don't like who she's marrying. And my thing is, if you don't want to go, if you don't like it, don't ask questions about it. Because it's going to start an argument. And I feel like Farrah knows that she's boring. And I feel like she knows that no one kind of likes her. So I think she feels like if we don't have some interesting scenes where, people won't watch me. I think that's why she does it. Honestly, truly, I do. So her mother says, it's going fine. I have a man of honor. It's going to be my hairstylist. And she's like, why don't you have a maid of honor? She said, well, I asked you and you didn't want to do it. And then felt like, why wouldn't you have your other daughter do it? She's like, well, because I wanted you as that. And since you said no, I wasn't going to just replace it, so I made a man of honor. I have a man of honor, She said, I want Sophia to be my dress attendant and everything, I bought a dress for her too, so that if she comes, she can do that. So from there, Farrah then says, and everything was going fine. It was going absolutely fine. And then Farrah says, I felt the trip was going great without David. And then Deborah shot back, well, I think the trip was going fine without Simon. I'm looking like, come through, Miss Deborah. Come back with it. That was an epic clapback, because if you gonna talk about how the trip that we're on is great because the person who you don't like who's in my life isn't here, I'm gonna say, well, the trip was great because the person who's usually in your life who I don't like isn't here either. An eye for eye, a tooth for a tooth, shade for shade. I felt like Deborah was 100% justified in shooting that shot back at Farrah. And Farrah ass wasn't ready for it. Farrah like, he's an ex-boyfriend, that doesn't matter. And she's like, he still, hurt you, he was a liar, I didn't like him. That's not true. That's not true. He never lied to me. Girl, you said before he lied to you, so you lied in your own mouth. I mean, you lied out your own mouth. And then, Farrah says, well, David doesn't like me, he hates me. And then Deborah saying, that's not true, that's not true. And then Sophia, little weird ass, is sitting there mouthing what Deborah is saying. And I'm like, she's so weird. It's so, oh my God. So Sophia then gets up and gets like some dessert. Farrah then says, I would appreciate if you don't bring Simon up in front of my daughter. You need to respect how I raised her. I don't want, conversation about him in front of her. And, she's saying how, you can go ahead and talk shit about me, and you and David can talk shit about me all you want, what I'm saying, because you're an evil bitch. Don't talk to me anymore. And Deborah like, that's not true, you're lying, that's not true, it is what it is, and Deborah's like, you're wrong, it's so sad. This is where Farrah pissed me the fuck off, simply because for you to sit up here and say, I want you to respect how I raised my daughter and not bring Simon up in front of my daughter, you have talked shit about your mother, your father, and everyone in between in front of your daughter. The reason your daughter is aware of how to not like a grown adult is because she learned it from you. You are the worst example of a mother that I have ever seen on Teen Mom. You and Janelle are neck and neck. It goes Farrah. No, take that back. It goes Janelle, Farrah, Amber. That's the anarchy. I mean, that's the hierarchy right there. Because Janelle is just batshit crazy. Farrah, batshit crazy, and Amber's a goddamn deadbeat mama. And I just felt like you said it as if you have this perfect rendition of parenthood to Sophia on any other occasion, but God forbid somebody bring up Simon, who you consistently brought around her. So for you to make it seem as if your mother is being a hindrance to Sophia being a proper little child, or her mama is a porn star, it's beyond me. I don't get it. I do not get it. You are a piece of shit who like to shit on other people. You talk the worst against your own mother. You get one mother in life and you do not respect yours. Even if you and your mom have issues, you are still a horrible person to her. And what's sad is that even if you have issues with your mother, the simple fact that you include your daughter in your disdain for your mother is going to make her hate you when she gets older, simply because it's going to be a learned behavior. Whenever you do something that she doesn't like, she's going to hate you the same way your mother does things that you don't like, and you cuss her out and you be mad or whatever. Sophia's going to learn that behavior from you. So when you grow up and Sophia gets older and she tells you stuff like, you're an evil bitch, don't talk to me, don't forget where she got it from her mother. Okay? And I'm done with the fear portion of the thing. So next we have Mackenzie. Not Mackenzie, Lord Jesus. Macy. I keep telling them they need to stop having Mackenzie and Ryan on here so much. It kind of aggravates me. Macy's and Ryan's and Taylor and Mackenzie's story was really, really quick. Kind of, sort of. We see Macy's out of town for a football game and Taylor's at home with the kids. So that's the gist that we see of Macy for the whole episode. The rest of the episode is basically Ryan and Mackenzie. There was one scene where Macy and her friends were talking and they were wondering about, has Ryan seen Bentley yet? She's like, no, he can come get him at any time. He just has to take a drug test first and he just won't do it. And the friend says, if he's clean, why won't he take the drug test? And she's like, I don't know. Because he not clean, I don't. It's honestly that simple. Ryan is not clean. He isn't. If Ryan is clean, I'm a white woman who lives in California. Okay? He not clean. The next thing that we see is Ryan and Mackenzie talking about how they're having a bachelorette party or a bachelor and bachelorette party in Vegas. I don't even think Vegas is the proper place to go for a person who's out of rehab. I don't. I just don't. It is, but whatever. He invites his parents to go too. That is very awkward for me. I don't understand why parents would be at a bachelor and bachelorette party. Ryan says because his dad is his best man. That's why his dad is there. Okay, if you say so. They are in Vegas, and there's a scene where like Mackenzie, his mom, and two of her friends are at a table or whatever, and they ask like, "Hey, did you invite Macy and Taylor?" And she says, "Yeah," and they get to giggling. Giggle, 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 laugh, laugh, laugh. And it was awkward because Jen felt awkward with how they were laughing like it was an inside joke. And we figure out why. Mackenzie says, yes, I invited Macy and Taylor. I was laughing because, my baby daddy's coming and so is his baby mama. And it's awkward. It's great for our kids, but it's just weird for us. Mackenzie, you a goddamn lie and the truth is not in you. You was laughing because your friends knew that you sent an invitation to them and it wasn't for both. As we see later on in the episode, Macy is talking to her friend and she's saying, I got an invitation in the mail today for Ryan's wedding. And she said it was addressed to Macy Bookout and Bentley. We know that Macy's married and her last name is not Bookout anymore. We also know that Taylor, her husband's name, was not on the invitation. So she like, it was some bullshit. I know it was Mackenzie who wrote it because it's the female's handwriting, so I know it was her. She's like, I'm going to reply back with me and Bentley's name, but I'm going to also put how many guests are coming. Like, bitch, I'm bringing my husband. So my thing is, when Mackenzie and her friends were laughing, they were laughing because they knew Mackenzie sent Macy an invitation and did not include her husband. Mackenzie, you a punk ass bitch. And that is one reason why no one cares about your happiness. I think everyone feels like you don't like Macy for no damn reason. And if anyone has seen The Color Purple, when Celie cursed Mr. You know what I'm saying? Danny Glover's character. Until you do right by Macy, no good will come to you. None at all. And it's sad because you are on television being mean and rude and petty and spiteful to this woman, and that is the mother of your husband's son. Wait. Yeah. No, that's you know what I mean. God damn it. She's Bentley's mom. And my thing is, you a piece of shit, Mackenzie. And it pissed me off that you try to play it off as in, oh, I'm laughing because, it's just awkward. No, y'all was laughing because they knew what you did. You petty little bitch. And I feel like everything that Ryan is putting you through, you deserve because Macy had already went through some bullshit with Ryan for years and years and years. And you try to make it seem as if Macy is the problem. And it's you. Bitch, it's you. Okay, you are the goddamn gone issue, and it just aggravates my soul that you act like that. And I'm like, they were laughing, and then she had the audacity to lie and say, "I'm laughing because we invited them, and it's funny." Y'all was laughing because you did some hoe ass shit, and the call to address it to her maiden name, to totally disrespect and disregard her husband, who was helping taking care of a child that your damn husband can't even take care of himself. You piece of shit, little bitch. Ooh, that made me so. I can't stand for a woman who is the mother of a child and she probably knows how hard it is to co-parent with someone else to be mean and rude to a woman that's in her same situation. All because your punk ass, drugged out ass, heroin taking, what was he on, heroin, methadone, meth, whatever it was. Because he isn't a good parent, because he isn't a good person. This is all Ryan's fault. Why you keep fucking with Macy? Ooh, she gets on my damn nerve. Anywho, the whole time they laughing, Jen still looks uncomfortable. I don't know if she knew the reason they were laughing, but she felt uncomfortable because it wasn't a laugh. It's in a whole ha 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 ha. She's coming. It was a laugh. And did you invite her? Yeah, I invited her. Did you? It was that bullshit, and I wasn't here for it at all. So. The next thing that we see, we see them at a bar. They're all partying and dancing. Even Larry and Jen were dancing. We see Mackenzie drinking and Ryan, taking it easy on the drinks. If she didn't pull it, let me stop. I'm not going to go there. Anywho, the next day, Mackenzie, her two friends, her and Ryan's mom's like at a spa or whatever. And Mackenzie said how they're gonna try to have more kids next year, and her friend then asked her about their first wedding, how did that go or whatever, and she says how she doesn't like to talk about that wedding because it was a difficult time. She starts crying, and you know what? No one sympathizes with no one on God's green earth except Mackenzie's own personal friends sympathizes with Mackenzie and what she's going through solely because she tried her damnedest to blame Macy for all of it. And I feel like if Mackenzie would have took accountability and blamed Ryan and said that Ryan has to accept responsibility for his issues, no one would have a problem with Mackenzie. But because Mackenzie went ape shit hard on Macy for no reason, and she continues to be a bitch towards Macy. No one cares about your happiness. We will not care about your happiness until you apologize, until you make yourself seem as you're a better person. You still being childish, petty, just spiteful for no goddamn reason. You mad at Mackenzie, you mad at Macy as if she's the issue, and you living with the issue. You living with Ryan. So all you're doing is making your life more miserable. Point blank to the period. He says how, it was just so sad because right after then is when, I kind of found out everything, and, I was terrified that he wouldn't be around now, meaning he would be dead. And again, that wasn't Macy's fault. And his mom then said, how she's in a good place now, but she still thinks that, things can take a turn for the worse and they can always go back to how they were. And Mackenzie was like, well, no, we're happy now. We're in a good place. Fuck you, Mackenzie. You know what? That's all I'm saying about her. The last thing that we see is Ryan talking to his dad. It was Ryan, his dad, like his friend and his cousin. I swear, I was like, when they showed the black guy and said it was Ryan's cousin, I was like, he got a black cousin? Like, that thing you be racial or racist or whatever, but I was like, oh, okay. If you like it, I love it. Anywho, Ryan's talking to his dad, and he's saying how, he feel like him and Mackenzie are not ready for more children. He's like, we can probably get a dog. He's like, I pumped the brakes on her talking about us having kids. My thing is the fact that she telling her people that y'all having kids, and he saying y'all ain't ready for kids, it shows that y'all ain't even on the same page as a married couple. So, girl, bye. And from there, I think that either the cousin or the friend said, so did y'all invite, Macy to the wedding? No. Did y'all invite Macy and Taylor to the wedding? Ryan said, yes. Mackenzie sent Macy and Bentley an invitation. His dad said no. He sent one. No, the friend said Macy and Bentley. The dad said no. They sent one to Macy and Taylor. And then Ryan said again, no. It was sent to Macy and Bentley. And the producer's like, wait, so you didn't send, so Taylor isn't invited? And then Ryan was like, went to Macy and Bentley. The dad says, no, I'm telling you, it went to Macy and to Taylor. Liar, it did not, okay? And I'm just like, it's a bunch of fuckery and bullshit, and that's kind of how their scene ends. So it was what it was. I feel like Kate and Tyler's story was pretty easy, to where it was all about Kate taking her birth control out. That was what it was. I'm not gonna go over everything else. She wants to take her birth control out so they can start working on another baby. And there was a scene where Tyler was talking to her friend, and the friend was even like, y'all gonna try for another baby? And he was like, no. A friend said, where's Kate? And he says, out there smoking them damn, cigarettes. And then she's like, well, you can't act like that because you used to smoke. He said, yes, I used to, but we made a pact that we would quit smoking by the time Nova turned 1. He said, I did it, she didn't. And she's like, well, yeah, but it's hard to quit smoking. He's like, yeah, but, I told her too, until she stopped smoking, we're not going to have another baby until her incubator is clear of smoke. I completely agree with Tyler. My thing is, you can't be a chain smoker and then want to try to have a baby, but you don't want to stop smoking while you're trying to get pregnant. My thing is, that's just stupid. I used to smoke. I don't think I've ever brought that up. I smoked cigarettes for 10 years. I smoked from the time I was 17 years old until I was 27. I smoked Newports, 100s, in a box. So, I smoked for 10 years. I stopped when I was 27. I'm now 36. So, I've been, done a long time. But It is hard to quit smoking. It truly is, but you just have to actually want to do it. And you do need to quit cold turkey. I literally woke up one morning, I had one cigarette left. I had to go to work. I smoked a cigarette on the way to work. Didn't have time to stop to get a pack because I was like running late or whatever. And then when I got off work, I realized I hadn't smoked a cigarette since that morning. And I said, I wonder if I could not smoke for a whole day. And that's where it started. And so the first 3 months, it was really hard. I smoked a cigarette in between them 3 months or whatever, because it was difficult. You know what I'm saying? But after that, I quit, and I just said to myself, they don't make cigarettes anymore, so you can't smoke cigarettes if you can't buy them. You can't buy them if they don't make them. I had to literally trick my mind into not buying cigarettes, but you have to really be wanting to quit. Kate doesn't want to quit. Kate wants to keep smoking cigarettes. Hence, when she went to her doctor's office and her doctor said, are you still smoking cigarettes? And she said, yeah, I'm still smoking. She said, well, look, if you want to get pregnant, you need to stop smoking. You need to actively quit smoking. And then even after the appointment, she had her birth control taken out. I think the producer said, so are you going to quit smoking now? She's like, no, I'll wait till I'm pregnant. I'll just quit cold turkey. You're not ready to get pregnant. You can't stop smoking. So, it is what it is. She brings up how when she took her birth control out last time, got pregnant with Nova, that she took her birth control out and she was pregnant the following month because she planned it. She took her birth control out, knew when she was gonna be ovulating, had sex for 4 days straight, and got pregnant. Girl, if you say so, it is what it is. Is that all? Yep, that was all with them. Amber. Amber. So it's clear that Andrew lives with Amber because Andrew ass ain't went home, and Andrew too comfortable at her house to, be a visitor, okay? He's comfortable as if he lives there. He resides there. He goes down to the kitchen and gets some milk or some juice at 2 a.m. in his boxers. And, if she like it, I love it. But I don't like it, I don't love it. They're taking a trip to Hawaii, and she says how she has never been to Hawaii, on a romantic type of situation. But she then says how she can't wait to see Leah again. This is what confused me about Amber. Amber talks about seeing Leah as if she lives 4 hours away, as if she lives so far away where you have to plan a trip. You live 20 minutes, literally. You're dumb. And Amber is a deadbeat mother. Amber is the equivalent of when a baby daddy get a new girlfriend and you be like, fuck the baby. That's what Amber does. Amber gets a boyfriend, and while she's all enthralled in the boyfriend, she don't care about Leah. I feel like she brings Leah around to be she shows her off. Oh, this is my boo-boo, and I love her, and we have a great relationship. But when she's single and she's depressed, she fuck my daughter. That's what she does. So they go into Hawaii and everything, and they end up getting there a day later because she gets really sick during their layover, so they miss their flight. And so they do get to Hawaii. They do get to Hawaii the day later, and she's like, I haven't been that sick before. The last time I was that sick was when I was pregnant with Leah. And when she said that, I was like, we know she's pregnant now. But we just see how stuff plays out, so it is what it is. She's saying I haven't been that since I was pregnant with Leah. So of course everyone looking around so are you saying that you're pregnant? But they're okay, let's just change the subject. The next day she's puking again in the morning sickness. Duh. She's saying now Andrew wants to go snorkeling because I want to feel better to go do whatever with him. She feels better because her morning sickness is over because she's pregnant. This is morning sickness. So the next thing that we see, her and Andrew are snorkeling or on a boat, and she's saying, you make me do things I normally wouldn't do, and I love that. Amber, she's a deadbeat. So from there, they then go back to Gary, and Gary's basically been I Spy Private Eye. Gary's reading a couple of articles on Andrew, saying how Andrew has suffered from alcoholism and depression, and that he also had a couple of restraining orders against him. Now, Amber said in the beginning, he has no skeletons in his closet. He isn't a druggie, he isn't whatever, he isn't this, he isn't that. He's a great guy. But is he though? And my thing is, how did you didn't know him that well enough to even say those things? So, it was what it was. But Gary is saying how he felt like Amber should have took some time in between, breaking up with Matt. Well, just breaking up with Matt in period. She literally broke up with Matt, who she was with for 3 years, and within a couple months has a new live-in man who she's introducing to her daughter, her family. It's fucking crazy. You know, he's saying how she takes she takes advantage of being able to say being a parent is an option for her, not a priority. Meaning, when she wants to be a parent, she's a parent, and when she don't like being a parent, she's not a parent. She just go about her business and be like, fuck her daughter. And he's like, I just feel like she keeps starting new relationships and she's putting her relationships over Leah. And that's just not right. I've never been able to do that ever since she was born. I remember when Leah was a baby and Amber would just sleep all day. She would just sleep. How Leah would be in the crib with a dirty diaper crying because Amber just sleep. Amber do sleep a lot. She does. And Christina then says how it really does affect Leah as well, because Leah said to me, Mommy was mad. They broke up, and then Mommy was depressed, and so Mommy didn't see me. She said, but then Mommy comes around with a new guy. How is it that if Mommy was too depressed to see me, how was she not too depressed to get a new boyfriend? I think Amber forgets Leah is getting older, and she pays attention to stuff. And you can't use the excuse, I was just so depressed, I just didn't want Leah to see me that way. But then you come over in 2 days with a new boyfriend. Well, Mama, when did you meet him? When were you not depressed enough to meet him? And Amber just kind of doesn't care. My thing is, how did you go to Hawaii? How do you leave and go on a trip before you go see your child? How? How is that possible? I just can't get it. And Christina just feels like, for her it's hard because she's like, I don't know what to tell Leah, and it's just difficult. And then, Gary's saying, I'm just worried about how it's going to affect Leah. And, it's sad that Leah and Christina have to not know what to do based on Amber's bullshit deadbeat mama antics. They have to kind of walk on eggshells to not overstep, to not piss Amber off, but they also Christina jokingly said, I should just adopt her. You should. You're her mother. Amber is not a good mom to Leah. She isn't. That doesn't mean that she doesn't love Leah, but she isn't a good parent at all. She does not put Leah first at all. I think Gary and Amber were at a point in life to where if Amber wanted to get up every day and come with them and take Leah to school and just co-parent, okay, I'll pick her up, maybe you guys drop her off, or you guys drop her off and off, or whatever. I think it was a situation to where they would openly let her be as involved as she wants to be. Amber just won't do it. She won't. I think Amber was okay with paying child support and seeing Leah whenever she sees Leah, and she can go on about her life. And then she can say I'm just so depressed, so I don't want to be around Leah. Bitch, you can't keep using it as an excuse. And then the sad part is, in Hawaii, we then see Amber's doing what? Taking a pregnancy test. And what's the results? She's pregnant. You are right. How good of a mother are you going to be to this new baby? You can't even take care of the baby you have who's well, she's not a toddler. She's a kid. You know what I'm saying? She's 8. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit and it's fuckery. And that's how the whole episode goes off. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my review for Teen Mom 2. Damn it, Teen Mom OG. I am about to go to bed because it's what? It's my birthday. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I have a few reviews to do tomorrow. And yeah, so I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Peace.